Nestled in the highlands of Guatemala, Lake Atitlán is often called the most beautiful lake in the world, and it's easy to see why. Surrounded by towering volcanoes dotted with colourful villages, every corner of this lake feels like you're stepping into a painting.
In Lake Atitlán, it's not one place, it's like a number of places, lots of different little villages that surround this lake.
In this video, we're looking at the best of what Lake Atitlán has to offer. From sunrise hikes to incredible coffee, cliff jumps to wandering hippie streets, this is a place where adventure, culture and breathtaking views collide. The adventure begins before sunrise with the famous Indian Nose hike.
4 a.m. and we are waiting outside our Airbnb for the shuttle to pick us up for the Indian Nose hike.
Picked up early in the morning, you zigzag up steep trails in the dark, guided only by your head torch.
We have been dropped off in this place. Don't really know where because it's quite dark. That one following our guide called William up this mountain. He said it's going to take 45 minutes to the sunrise point.
It's a quiet, almost magical climb with everyone silently making their way to the top.
Got upstairs up to the top it seems.
The hike is only 45 minutes, so it's super accessible, and then the reward. A hot chocolate in hand as the sun slowly rises over the lake.
And at the moment it is completely dark and we're here like an hour before sunrise.
Yeah, so it's the way of going now, isn't it?
Volcanoes and tiny lit up towns dotting the shore.
The sun has finally arrived.
There's nothing quite like that first glimpse of Lake Atitlán bathed in the morning light. Another great panoramic view in the nearby town of San Pedro is called Vista De Pájaro. The bright painted stairs lead you to a bird's eye view of the town and the lake. It's a top spot because it's nestled within the living neighbourhood. So spot kids playing football, washing, hanging out.
This viewpoint, Vista De Pájaro, it was absolutely incredible. It's run by an artist called Walter, who's painted the steps coming up here.
Who's super cool and often seen painting at the top. Even the stairs themselves are a work of art, adding a splash of colour to your morning.
He's also such a sweet guy, and when you leave, he asks you to write your name on the wall and leave a message. We wrote our names and location to sign that we've been here.
San Pedro and the surrounding towns are world famous for their coffee.
Americano here is just ridiculously smooth in Guatemala.
Pop into a local cafe or coffee farm to sample some of Guatemala's finest brews. You can see the beans being roasted and processed, learning why this coffee is celebrated worldwide. Whilst you're in San Pedro, check out Kotuk's specialty coffee, a personal favourite.
I think one of the best we've had in Guatemala so far. Try that.
Oh, that's saying something.
Fueled on caffeine, you'll be ready for something a little different. A view of the lake, but on horseback. Number 4, meet a local horseman called Pedro at the ranch in San Pedro. Yes, Pedro in San Pedro.
That's pretty cool, actually. It feels very remote.
And take a ride along the lake's edge. With the volcanoes looming in the distance and the lake shimmering beside you, it's a surreal experience. Almost like stepping into a video game.
This is just absolutely wild.
Whether you're a seasoned rider or a first-timer, they take really good care of you. And as someone who's ridden often, they basically just gave me a horse and said, off you go.
And I have this horse now and I'm riding it around the lake.
The winding streets and lakeside trails make this an unforgettable adventure. A short tuk-tuk ride from San Pedro takes you across to San Juan La Laguna, a town bursting with colour. Wander down streets lined with murals, painted floors and hanging art.
This street is one of the most colourful places I've ever been in my life. And the painting is just on the floor. There's people walking on it. It almost feels like you shouldn't be walking.
The main street is a showcase of creativity, and you might even catch a traditional Mesoamerican ball game being played. A fascinating glimpse of local culture. Make sure you visit the artist shops down the main street.
And we've been into a lot of them, but by far this one has been my favourite, by an artist called Alex. And at the top it says Alex Art. And he has loads of really interesting interpretations of corn. One, they love to paint corn here. You'll see corn paintings everywhere. But he has really abstract ways of painting corn that I think are just really interesting and worth checking out.
While in San Juan, don't miss the Mayan bees, where you can taste honey from domesticated stingless bees, the best kinds of bees.
There's loads of different types of Mayan bees, and there's these tiny ones, like the tiniest bees that I've ever seen in my life, like mosquito size. Yeah.
Your guide will show you the hives and explain the process, and yes, the honey tasting is free. So it's a treat for your taste buds if you've got a sweet tooth.
We tasted 12 honeys. It was probably a bit too much honey. And then we tasted a little honey wine as well.
Honey was used in Mayan culture for all sorts of medicinal properties. Now, as a doctor, I'm not commenting on this, but it's still worth a visit. Next, hop on a lancha. These are the local boats that hop around the towns across the lake to Santa Cruz La Laguna. Here, free Cerveza Hostel awaits.
It's looking really beautiful here by the lake. Volcano and mountains in the background, sun beating down, noises of the forest.
A lakeside haven with grassy decks, hammocks, and a dock right on the water.
This hostel is unbelievable. Actually, the best hostel we've ever stayed in. Not on this trip, just generally ever.
The vibe here is all about connection.
Free beer hour, and you're doing an art class. So, what's up?
3-course dinners, free beer, and loads of events.
So they run a bunch of activities that you can sign up for while you're staying here. All you do is write your name on the list, but even if your name's not on the list, you can still join in on the things that they're doing.
Staying here especially makes you feel like you're part of a big, chaotic, international family, a truly unique way to experience the lake. But even if you're not staying, you can still pop by and experience the dinners. Whilst you're there, or anywhere on the lake, take out a kayak or paddleboard and make sure you explore. If you avoid the waves and the lanchas, you get a glistening lake with a backdrop of volcanoes. Definitely not your everyday paddleboard view. A short lancha from Santa Cruz brings you to San Marcos La Laguna, the lake's hub for yoga, wellness, and bohemian vibes.
There is a lot of magical brews and trinkets and other interesting things there.
Even if you can't make it to a yoga class, which you would be able to find here, just wandering the streets is an experience in itself. See dream catchers, crystals, vegan cafes, cacao shops, and magical little corners at every turn.
You've got intimacy workshops, Ayurvedic sessions, hypnotherapy sessions, mystical yoga farms, devotional singing, sacred plant ceremony.
We got lunch at this spot called Hidden Garden because it was hidden and in a garden.
Like, it was difficult to find, but now we're here. This garden is ginormous. Like, there's so many hidden little passages that take you to a completely different area with a whole new big seating.
And in true San Marcos style, my drink was served in a jar and we were sat on the floor.
Delicious. Such simple but healthy ingredients, and it tastes super fresh, and every colour of the rainbow is in my food right now.
For a final adrenaline rush in San Marcos, visit Cerro Tzankujil Nature Reserve.
It's right by the dock where the boats drop you off, and you just walk kind of 5 minutes, and then you get to the entrance of the park, but you've got to pay 20 quetzales to get in. It's actually really beautiful. Nice for a walk. They've made some really nice trails, and here there are some quite popular cliff jumps as well.
Rocky cliffs, sparkling water, and jungle paths set the scene for cliff jumping.
That is a pretty big jump.
You can take the leap from platforms into the clear lake below.
Did it. Survived.
Hit the top 12-metre deck into the beautiful water as the boats nearby stop to watch. It's the perfect way to cool off, feel alive, and cap off your adventure on Lake Atitlán. Each town around the lake has its own flavour, which makes Lake Atitlán the perfect place, as it has a little bit for everyone. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the follow button to inspire your adventure.